Hey everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading on the Scene of Tarot with me, Natasha. Welcome, and we have a very exciting reading for you guys today. We are looking at what your future looks like in 1 year's time. So we're looking at kind of the general energies that you'll be feeling, and then we're looking specifically at love and career. So this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, whether it is in the future, because I'm filming this in October 2020, if you see it like next year or a couple of years time, this is still good. It is timeless, so it's just a year from whenever you find this video. So we have 3 piles for you guys today. We have pile 1 here with the pyrite. We have pile 2 with the citrine. And then we have pile 3 with the mystery crystal that I still don't know what it is. So guys, if anyone does have a clue at all what this is, or let's see if I can get it to focus, that would be helpful. Then let me know down in the comments below. That would be great. So have a think about which one you are drawn to, and then pop down to the description box below and click on that link to your reading, and I will see you there. Hello my beautiful pile ones. If you chose the pyrite crystal, this is all for you. So we are looking at general energies. We are looking at love and career. So we'll start off first with your general energies. So you have 7 of Wands. You have 6 of Pentacles, you have 9 of Swords, and then I wanted to ask Spirit why you kind of had those 9 of Swords there. So you got both of these from Wisdom of the House of Night. You have got love and chaos. So I feel like obviously we'll delve deeper into this when it comes to the love portion, but I do feel like that your love life is going to be causing you a bit of anxiety, and then you have strength as well. So let's see which side to put that on. I think there's space here. Yeah, I have a mirror opposite my camera, so it's actually easier here to film so I can see if everything is on screen. So for you guys, your general energies, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. So I do feel like I wish it was like all like Ace of Cups and 9 of Cups and stuff, and it was really happy, but I'm never going to lie to you. So I feel like you are going to be going through a few issues in your just general life. This could be your personal life, it could be anything from like love and career that's kind of leaking out into, you know, just your general being, because obviously we don't just compartmentalize love and career away from just our general self. So you are going to be feeling kind of up against it. There's a need to avoid drama. I feel like you might get caught up in that and just really feel like people are constantly vying for your attention. You're having to kind of beat them off. You're wanting to focus on yourself, but I feel like lots of people are just going to be keeping at you. So whether this could be, you know, family life, career, just however it will resonate with you. Obviously this is in the future, so it's hard to tell. You might be able to know even now that, you know, maybe in a year's time this sort of thing could still be happening for you. But yeah, take it as it resonates. So I feel like you guys are going to be up against it a little bit. However, I do think with the 6 of Pentacles, I'm definitely reading this more as it being Pentacles. I feel like you are going to maybe come into some more money. Things are going to be a lot better next year. So if you're watching this as I filmed it in October 2020, hopefully October 2021, the world has got somewhat back to normal. Hopefully we have a vaccine and people can, you know, go to theatres, we can go out, hopefully I can be back scuba diving. So hopefully the world is going back to normal, and I feel like maybe you'll get kind of like a payout for this almost. So like if you have been struggling recently because of maybe unemployment, redundancy, being on furlough, or if you're in one of the, like maybe if you work in the arts and everything's not got back to how it should be, I feel like next year you're going to be able to, you're going to have a lot more balances in your finance. I feel like you're not going to be just breaking even or worse. I feel like you're going to actually have, you know, surplus money, and I feel like you might even want to just like give back a little bit. So maybe for the people that have helped you, maybe you're going to help out people in similar situations. And then unfortunately you have that Nine of Swords here. So one upside to the Nine of Swords is obviously near the end of the suit. So I feel like this is something that is working itself out. Like you've kind of gone past that Eight of Swords. You're still very much, you're kind of like trapped in your head a little bit still, having that having anxieties. And I did want to ask Spirit what was causing that anxiety, and I did, as I said earlier, I got Love and Chaos. And I just feel like this is your love life. I don't want to say it because it feels mean. I feel like your love life is just going to be a bit chaotic. Whether you are in whether you'll be in a relationship that isn't working out, and there's a lot of like tensions, a lot of conflicts all the time. Whether you are kind of single and you're just, maybe you're going from like bouncing around, not like that, going from like one relationship to another, like short-term things, and feeling like something's going to work out but then it doesn't. I feel like this is going to really affect you, and I feel like it is related to your love life, but I feel like it's all kind of a test. It's all here to, you know, test your resolve, really strengthen you, test your character. And I feel like throughout it all you're going to be able to endure. You're going to have, I feel like you're a very just generally kind person, and so that you're going to be able to take all this pain, and you're not going to like lash out with others. I feel like with that Seven of Swords, like it could be easy to like physically fight back, but I feel like this person just has it up ready. They're not actively fighting. It's not like Five of Wands. So I feel like you are just going to be in this kind of strength space. So if we look at your love life, let's make sure I've got the right cards. Yep, here we go. So for your love life, you have a Page of Swords, you have Ace of Wands. I really like this Ace of Wands card. I like the love, like how the wand in this one has like lots of leaves and it feels like it's blooming. I really like that. Then you have Ten of Wands. So interesting, you have a 9, then a 10, and you also have the Hermit, which is another 9. You have Co-Create. Let's see if these all fit on. And then you have Blessings and Home. Let's put these all here. So for your love life, what I am seeing is I feel like for some of you, you're going to be kind of already be in a relationship. And I think with that Page of Swords, you're going to have, I feel like you're going to have like a frank and honest discussion with your person, whoever it is you're in a relationship with at the time, whether you're with them now and it is a longer term one, or whether it's like a shorter term one. You're going to have some sort of discussion. I feel like you're going to have to speak your truth. I feel like it's all about, with that Ten of Wands, I feel like there's a need for you to kind of unburden yourself of this person, to be honest. Because I feel like maybe they're the cause of some of this like anxiety, the chaos, the Seven of Wands. Maybe they are quite dramatic. Maybe you're always feeling like you're in the drama. So there's a need for you to speak your truth and just be like, do you know what, this is not for me anymore. And with that Ten of Wands, I feel like you are going to kind of, it's been a burden for a long time. I feel like you're the one that kind of carries the relationship. You're the one that maybe does all the work. You're the one that's always putting in the effort. And I think that what's going to happen is you're going to speak your truth, and you're going to get that, you're going to get a new start. And I don't think it is a new start with this person. Obviously, do take this as it resonates, guys. If you're in a very happy, loving relationship now, and obviously it's a year's time, a lot could happen in a year, but if you don't see it happening, then just ignore this message, because I feel like it is kind of specific to some people. I feel like you will have like a new start, and I feel like it will be exciting. And I really feel like it's just, with it kind of blooming, I feel like it's just a new start of focusing on yourself, and especially with the Hermit there, because all these cards, I know you do have home there, but I guess co-create, you do have a lot of it's about all the single people. So I feel like you are going to next year end up being single, and I do think you have blessings there, and I feel like it is going to be a blessings in, it's one of those things where it's like a blessing in disguise. But you have the Hermit, so I feel like you're really going to do some soul searching and, you know, discover what it is that you truly want in life, in a relationship. I feel like maybe this person has really not been meeting your needs, and maybe you kind of didn't realise for a while that they weren't. And now you're actually thinking, what are my needs? Like, I think a lot of people go through life, like myself included, where you enter a relationship and actually you've never really thought about it, and you only kind of know when they're not being met. But there's a need for you to really dig deep and be like, what kind of relationship do I want? Do I want like the traditional family? Do I want to go down the route of marriage and kids, or do you want something that's a bit different? Really understanding your needs and what you want as a person. For here, you do have blessings. So I do feel like breaking up with this person, if that's what happens for you guys, it could be that you just decide to focus on yourself for a while. Maybe you don't have like you don't necessarily have like a breakup, maybe you just have like a bit of a break in your relationship. But it is going to be a blessing, because I feel like you're really going to focus on you. And you know, this woman here has that kind of like spark in her hand, and I feel like with the Hermit as well, because he has the little lantern, it's like a little star. I feel like it's very much you guys are going to refine your like spark for life again. And I think that's going to be super important going forwards. And you have home and co-create. So I feel like this could almost trigger you wanting to find that person you want to have a home with, like you want to settle down with, you want to, you know, co-create. That could just be working together for to build a beautiful home, or whether it's like co-creation in the more literal sense of like of having a baby, somebody you want to start a family with. But I do feel like once you kind of go through this messiness, I feel like you're going to be in a much better space to find someone where it's going to be a lot more equal. You're not going to feel like Ten of Wands. You're not going to feel like you're the one carrying the burden. It's going to be equal. You're going to bring equal energy to the relationship. And I love here you have a cheetah and you have an owl, so very different animals. And I feel like this person may not be the person that you necessarily would usually go for, but I feel like you guys are going to bring different things to this relationship, and it's just going to work beautifully. And here you have you have that kind of leopard, well, it wouldn't be leopard print, would it, because that is a cheetah. You have that cheetah print like egg, so you make something, both of you bring something different to create something new and beautiful. And it could be in relation to a home, like a house. Maybe you guys end up buying somewhere, building, something like that. So I do feel like even though there will be some difficulties. I do feel like there is some light here. There is some light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not necessarily negative. I feel like there's going to be a lot of work on yourself, which will be very positive for you in the long run. And then what we have last but not least is your career. And so your career, you have Four of Wands, such a great card to get. And people, I feel like Four of Wands, it's such a focus on like only the love meaning, but I feel like it's such a great card in general, not just like, oh, relation to twin flames. So you have Two of Pentacles. Also, what is up with this woman's hair in here? It feels like, at first I thought it was like wings, but it's not, it's part of her hair. And then you have Two of Wands, so 2 twos. King of Pentacles. Then you have don't let your past hold you back, South Node. You have it's time to release negativity, Full Moon in Scorpio. And then you have Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts and past lives. So, oh god, sorry. Which I think is quite interesting, because you've got about not letting your past hold you back. So it may not even be sorry guys, may not even be this past, but it may be like past life, like way back. So if your love life was a little bit messy, I feel like you really have put a lot of work into your career, and I feel like it's very much paying off for you. I'm going to actually get started on these ones. So I feel like you're going to, maybe not only like in your relationship are you going to be working on yourself. I feel like that's going to kind of leak into all aspects of your life, understanding, as I said, what your wants and needs are, maybe understanding you deeper as a person, and maybe understanding, you know, what's held you back in the past. Maybe you've kind of stagnated, maybe at the moment you guys have kind of stagnated in your career, maybe you're not entirely sure what it is you want to do, where do you want to go next from here, and I feel like you're really kind of letting that go with as well. It's time to release negativity. So maybe if you didn't have a great deal of confidence in your abilities in work, I feel like you're definitely letting that go now, and I see it being very positive. And this Unbound, you can see how these people are bound to the earth, and I feel like you're going to be cutting the cords that stop you from really ascending and getting to the places you need to. So that kind of soul pattern, so all that negativity that, you know, it's not really serving you, I feel like you're going to cut yourself clean of that so you can get some real good results in your career. I feel like you're going to be quite busy. With that Two of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to be busy, but you're going to be successful at doing it. Especially with that Four of Wands, that King of Pentacles, I feel like people are going to look at you and be like, oh my god, how does she do it? She's incredible. Or he, or whatever pronoun you prefer. But I feel like they're just going to look at you and be like, how do they do it? They're absolutely slaying it. They're just knocking it out of the park. And I feel like you're just going to be juggling things left, right and centre, but in a good way. You're not going to be ever letting things drop. Look at her, like, catching it. And people are just going to be very impressed with you. You're going to kind of be like this King of Pentacles being like, look at me. I feel like he looks like Zeus here. And I like that he has that staff as well, which kind of reminds me almost of like a wand as well. So I feel like you're going to have some passion for your career, you're going to be moving forward, you're going to be about action, but with the King of Pentacles, he does it in a very wise way. He's not like the King of Wands that just rushes forward. I feel like you're plotting and you're planning, and moving forward in just a really like logical way, and people are going to be looking at you and being like, they know what they're doing. And Four of Wands is kind of just really backing that up, just to be like, this is just a card of celebration. I feel like you're going to be celebrating in your career, whether it is you're getting promotions, pay rises, maybe you've got like a brand new position, because I do see with the Two of Wands that there is a choice that you're going to have to make. So maybe you choose to move into a new role or a new company, or maybe even switch careers, and that's just going to really like set you alight with kind of passion, because there's a lot of, I feel like you guys have quite a lot of wand energy. I feel like you're quite passionate people, and yeah, it's just going to be generally very positive, I feel, for you guys. You're going to make decisions, and I feel like you know what to do. Often they show the person gripping one of the wands, like to show that they have made a decision. And I feel like you're just going to be like, I feel like no matter what decision you make next year, and I feel like you'll be making, as I said, you're going to be juggling things. So I feel like you're going to be making a lot of decisions in your career. But I feel like you're going to be one of these people that everything you touch kind of turns to gold and is always the right move. And people are just going to be like, how do they do it? It's just the sense I get. I feel like you're going to be in a very positive position next year. So that's everything that I see for you guys. If this resonated with you, please do comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. And do remember to like, comment, subscribe. You can share as well. Help share the love. Show me some love if you do appreciate my readings. And hopefully I'll see you again in another video. Hi my wonderful pile twos. If you chose, oh geez, the citrine crystal, this is your reading. So we're looking at where you're going to be kind of in the next year's time, that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, sure. Okay. And we are looking at kind of like your general energy, but then also specifically at love and career. So let's get into this. So this is good for whenever you find it, because it is a timeless reading. So whether you're watching it when I recorded it in October 2020 or in the future, it's all good. So let's look at your general energies. You have Nine of Wands. You have Seven of Pentacles. Hoping you guys can see it. So it is absolutely miserable today. So it could look like I'm almost filming it at night, but I have the lights on and trying to get as much natural sunlight in as possible. You have Knave of Pentacles, which is your Page of Pentacles. You have Four of Wands, so lovely card to receive, no matter whether it's love or general. And then you have so Dog energy. Your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. Right, I'm just going to move these over slightly just so I can make sure everything fits on. And you have Clarity. And then you have Contentment. So, you guys, I feel like that, first of all, I feel like you've been under, so this time next year with the Nine of Wands, I feel like this is almost like at the time it's going to be an energy you're actually moving out of, because you have this clarity and this dog energy, and I feel like you're kind of almost at this point with the Nine of Wands, I feel like you can be quite almost like tired. You've put up your wall, you're tired of fighting, and there's kind of that like, let's just dig in and get through it. And I feel like one of the reasons that maybe you've been tired is because this could be a trait that you've had for a while, is that kind of dog, with this dog trait. It says here, your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. So I feel like you are although obviously having loyalty and being faithful to people is like obviously great qualities, but it's good to remember to be loyal to only those that are going to be loyal back to you. And it's not that you don't have to be loyal to them, but it's all about putting that time and effort into them. So I feel like what you're gonna come to this realization, this is why the clarity's here, that there are people in your life that, you know, maybe you put in a hell of a lot more energy into them than they put into you. And I feel like you're going to kind of realise that with that clarity card, and you're going to be okay with letting some of these people go. And I feel like when you do, it's going to actually really really improve your mood and your kind of outlook on life. I feel like you have that contentment card. You're going to feel a lot happier. I love like the colours here are just generally very calming. You've got that lighthouse in the background, like shining light, so it's kind of like a beacon for you. I feel like you're going to feel very safe, very happy, just generally in a better place next year. And I do see that you guys, you know, are progressing in your life in general. This could be however it resonates for you guys, whether that means progression for you is like in love, like maybe progression spiritually, emotionally as well as like in your career. But with the Seven of Pentacles and then the Knave of Pentacles, although like it's early doors, I feel like you're making that progress. Like with the Knave of Pentacles, you're building up this material wealth, and you're at the beginning, but you know you're going to be progressing, and you're kind of just waiting on things to happen. I feel like you've sown a lot of seeds in the past year, and you're at this stage where you're feeling good about it. You're waiting for them to come into season, come into bearing fruit, and you're going to be ready to pick those ripe apples when they come, when they're going to be ready. And generally you're going to be very happy, and I feel like there'll be a lot to celebrate in your life with that Four of Wands. Four of Wands definitely to me is a card of celebration, of happiness. It's one of the few cards that even in reverse it can actually be quite positive. Like, so in the reverse I often read it as personal triumphs as well. So this could be it could be in relation to love and partnerships, that, you know, maybe you're ready to make the next step with someone with that Knight of Pentacles. But yeah, just generally in your life there's going to be a lot of happiness, and you're really making good strides forward, I feel. So what we'll take a look at now is your love life. I think that's all the cards. Right, so here you have King of Swords, you have Nine of Cups, you have the Hanged Man, you have Five of Swords, and then you have some quite interesting cards here. You have You're Not For Everyone, Embrace Your Weirdness, Face Your True North. I love that card because I always think I'm a bit weird, so I really like that one. You have Lost Lands, Soul Memories and Gifts, You've Done This Before, and Soulmates. So, what are we seeing for your love life? I feel like that for you guys it's going to be quite happy. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a journey getting to this point, but I feel like specifically with come here card, there we go, with You're Not For Everyone, Embrace Your Weirdness, Face Your True North. I love this with, you know, the Hanged Man and kind of the King of Swords, because the Hanged Man, obviously here we have Medusa. I think it's Medusa. I always say it's Medusa. It's mainly because she has snake hair. But yeah, so we have Medusa, who's seen, obviously, she's seen as a bit of a weirdo. She has snake hair. She turns people into stone. So she's kind of one of these people that, you know, you feel like you want to avoid. But even in traditional Rider-Waite, you've got the person that's kind of hanging upside down. It's like he's done it on purpose because the light is behind his, you know, crown chakra. Like he's done it to think, and people would probably look at you like you're a bit odd if you've purposely hung yourself upside down so you can think a bit clearer. But I feel like you've got to a point where you realise that you're not for everyone. Maybe you have your own quirks, and you know, everyone has their own weirdness, their own thing that they're into. I mean, I do tarot on the internet for people. There's a lot of people in my life that probably think I am off my rocker, that I can, you know, talk to spirit and can give people advice, like people I've never met. But you know, I believe it, and I'm sure a lot of you believe it as well, but for some people that is not their cup of tea, and I'm totally okay with that. So there is a need for you to embrace that weirdness, because I feel like that is something that is gonna you have that soulmate card here, and with the soulmate and that 9 of Cups, I feel like when you're kind of finally okay with who you are is when you're actually gonna, you know, you're gonna meet your soulmate. And it could be because, you know, you're doing something that is your passion that maybe others think it's a bit weird, and that's how you meet them. And with that King of Swords, he has obviously his sword, and he can wield it. He can basically cut off people that don't serve him, that just, you know, aren't living up to his best life. If they're gonna drag him down, he's like, well, see ya. He has excellent communication. I feel like he can be cold and cutting when he needs to be, but I think as well, he's kind of the king. It's like the master. He's now mastered his thoughts. I feel like he's fine with his thinking. He knows that he's not for everyone, and that's fine. That's fine with him. And you do have the 5 of Swords there as well, and I feel like you're just going to be fed up of, I feel like you're just going to be bored of conflicts by now. I feel like that's what it is. You're bored of conflicts, you're bored of trying to fit in, and you just decide, well, I'm going to be my own person now. And I feel like that puts you in such a strong position to, you know, bring in someone that is your soulmate, because you do have that soulmate card here. And what I like about this is often with soulmates you feel like, so they have a key as well, and if you've noticed that our Medusa character here has a key, so I feel like this is kind of the key to your happiness. They have the key to their heart here, and you're going to meet that person that feels like you know, they have the key to the lock that was on your heart, and like can really truly open it up. And you have there's the soul memories and gifts. You've done this before, and this is what makes me think it is somebody that is your soulmate, and it's somebody that you've gone through past lives with before, and you kind of, I feel like when you meet them, you're going to know that this person, I do feel like this is going to be new. I feel like for a lot of you probably haven't met this person already. I feel like it's going to be once you've come to that level of acceptance, that you guys are going to meet your soulmate, and it's really, really beautiful, I feel. And then you have that 9 of Cups, and it's that wish fulfillment. So if you're trying to manifest your soulmate at the moment, then this could be a sign that, you know, in a year's time you will be with them, or you'll be very, very close to being with them, because that is all about wish fulfillment. And I feel like this person will totally be your like wish fulfillment. They're going to be it'll be like coming home, a love that you've not really experienced before. Maybe you've never really truly been 100% comfortable in relationships because you've not felt comfortable in your own skin, but I feel like that is definitely something that's going to change. Awesome. So your love one's quite short, because I feel like it's it's very straightforward, and I see it being very, like, for me it seems very clear what's going to happen. And then you have your career part of the reading. So you have Ace of Wands, you have Four of Swords, Eight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, so 2 aces. I feel like there's definitely a new start coming. And then you have Surrender to the Divine. I'm just going to put these down here. Choosing your path, all is possible. Great Adventurer, take a risk, venture forward. And then staying focused, hold the course. So for you guys, I feel like you are going to be making some sort of change in your career. With 2 aces, this feels like very much a new start. Ace of Pentacles is something very like solid, based in our reality. So I feel like it's going to be like a new job offer. And with this whole like choosing your path, great adventure, I feel like this is going to be something quite different. I feel like it's going to be something exciting and new, something you've definitely not done before, because I feel like it's going to be sparked by something. Maybe with you guys doing a lot of work and feeling more comfortable in your own skin. Maybe you realise actually you want a change in your career, maybe something that's more suited to you. It could be at the moment that you're getting by doing, maybe it is some sort of boring like 9-to-5 job, and you know that there's something better out there for you, but you know you're a bit scared at the moment to take that leap of faith. You don't know what to do. Maybe you're not even quite sure what that other thing is you want to do, but I feel like you will get that kind of spark and a new creative passion, a new passion in your life that's really gonna, I feel like it's really gonna trigger you. And I feel like it is going to be quite like divinely timed. I feel like even if you're thinking about leaving your current place for like a long time, I feel like you'll have a point where you know that it's meant to be, and like something is going to drop into your lap that feels like absolutely just perfect with that full moon. Surrender to the divine. I feel like you'll be getting like a lot of signs from spirit that it's coming, and you'll definitely be like, aha, this is it, this is what I was meant to be doing with my life. It will obviously require you, with the Four of Swords and then the Ace of Cups, I feel like there's going to be like a lot of reflection going on, like really trying to understand what it is you want to do, what is it you want from your job, and what kind of what kind of lifestyle. Are you happy to work weekends, like all those sorts of things, because sometimes like the jobs where it's like fun, like something that is more fun, often it may be unsociable hours, and that's something you have to trade off. Do I want to do something I'm passionate about, but it means I no longer have a weekend? Like those kinds of things. But I do see that you will be leaving with that Eight of Cups, and it will, I don't feel like you're walking away from something you particularly love. I feel like maybe you like the security of it, you like the stuff like the hours. Maybe if it is like a more corporate-y job, often they do treat you reasonably well. You'll get quite good pay, you know, but not that we're in offices at the moment anyway because of COVID, but yeah, maybe you get like lots of perks. Maybe you get to have great Christmas parties and you go out every week. Well, not anymore, but you know what I mean. So it may be something that is difficult to walk away from, but I feel like you are going to do it. And here you have, so it says stay focused, hold the course. So really, once you decide what it is you want to do, stay focused on it, because I feel like you might get a bit disheartened, because if it is divinely timed, you might be like, why is no jobs coming up? Maybe you keep applying and you're not hearing back from anything. But don't lose heart, don't lose faith, stay focused and just really keep believing in it. And it says here, all is possible. I like both of these together because it's take a risk, venture forward, and all is possible. So you can now choose your path. You don't have to rely on, sometimes some of us just fall into careers, and this is now that Spirit's saying that you can choose what you want to do, and it can be something adventurous, it can be something different, because I feel like when you take that risk you're going to be rewarded. It's something that you're going to really enjoy doing, and I feel like often when you enjoy doing something, the money kind of comes naturally, it naturally follows. Yeah, so that's everything that I see for you guys. If you are if you enjoyed this reading, please do consider leaving a thumbs up or do hit that subscribe button, because you know you guys help me grow my channel, and if you like your content, it's like a nice little energy exchange as a thanks. Just by hitting that like button, it can reach other people. And thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you again in another video. Hi my beautiful pile 3, if you chose the unknown crystal, then this is for you. So we're looking at what is happening in a year's time. So this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it is when you were meant to see it. And it's, yeah, so don't feel like you need to be watching this in October 2020. And I hope you're not, and I hope that we are over COVID by now. So, first of all, we have your general energies. So, we have Queen of Swords in reverse. We have 5 of Wands in reverse. We have King of Swords. And we have 8 of Cups. And then we have, so I'm just checking that everything is on the screen. And then we have, I feel like you guys, I got more cards for you. So first of all, I wanted to see what the 8 of Cups was all about. So you have risk and confidence here. And then you have 2 of cards. As I said, I feel like you guys have got more cards than everyone. You have the Blue Flame, Spontaneous Awakening, Activation, Integration Time. And then I Remember, Soul Plan, The Fated Life versus The Destiny Life. Okay. So what does this all mean? I feel like you guys are going on a bit of a... this feels kind of similar to pile 2 in a sense, but I feel like you are going on a bit of a voyage of self-discovery within the next year. So it's probably something that's, you know, starting kind of now. And for a lot of you, if you are watching this in 2020, obviously a lot of us have had a lot of time to be at home, to think about things. I think there's a lot of people at the moment that are kind of having realizations about their life, what it is they want, stuff that they do that's toxic and not living up to their best life. So I feel like that's where you are. And with the Queen of Swords, I feel like you've been given away your power, and it's not that you want to be like this kind of icy cold bitch, is how I would describe this particular Queen of Swords. She always looks quite mean, not gonna lie. It's not that you want to be that, but I feel like there's a need for you to be... I always feel like the Queen of Swords is very true to herself. Like, she doesn't suffer fools, she's not going to be lied to. She knows her worth, and I feel like at the moment you're not in that power. Like, I feel like you've not been living up to your true potential. I feel like maybe you let people take the piss out of you. But I feel like you've got to that point where you recognise it now, and you're like, wait, I'm bored of all these conflicts, I'm bored of, you know, feeling like I'm fighting for nothing. And I feel like you're going to really come into your power, because I find it interesting that you have the Queen of Swords in reverse here and then the King of Swords in the upright. And I feel like you are it looks very much like the Night King from Game of Thrones. But I feel like you are going to come into this power and you're going to start really, you know, just speaking your truth when you need to, telling people what you think of them, not in necessarily a harsh way. Like, if they're taking the piss out of you, I feel like you're gonna call them out on it. You're not gonna suffer fools lightly anymore. You're just gonna be like, I know my worth, and if people aren't gonna give that to me, then goodbye, like, cut them out of my life. And I feel like you're gonna start walking away, even if it is like situations that you have previously loved, people that you've previously loved, or, you know, if they're friends just really liked. I feel like you are ready to walk away from everything that is not serving you, so you can begin to start living your best life. So with that 8 of Cups, you had so confidence and risk. So I feel like it's interesting that you have confidence. So I feel like, you know, with that King of Swords, you're building up your confidence. You're becoming that really confident person with that King of Swords. And that confidence is going to give you the ability to be able to walk away from everything that's not serving you. Because when you're not confident, you're feeling the need to hang on to it. Like, you feel like, well, if I don't have these people in my life, I won't have any friends, I won't have a partner, blah blah blah. You feel like you won't have the confidence to think, well, actually maybe I can meet new friends, maybe I'll meet a new partner that, you know, serves my highest need best. Like, they're gonna be good for me. So I feel like that you're going to really build that confidence that's then going to allow you to take that kind of... This reminds me of the Fool. It's got risk here because you're kind of... It can be seen as like living on the edge, but I feel like this person is ready to take that leap of faith. They're ready to just like swan dive off that cliff, not knowing what's down there, but having faith that, you know, that risk is better than just living up on that mountaintop. So I feel like you're going to have the confidence to be able to do what it is you need to do to make your life better. And with these cards, you have Spontaneous Awakening, Activation, Integration Time. I feel like it may just be one day that you wake up, because it may be something that I feel like for some of you it will be a gradual thing. You're kind of almost maybe even feeling it now, but for some of you I feel like you're just going to have that awakening, and like almost overnight you're going to be like, wow, a lot of stuff in my life isn't going how I want it to go. Let's change that. And integration time, I feel like it's gonna vary person to person. Some of you will be very accepting of it straight away and integrate what you need to. Some of you, obviously, it will take longer. Depends what sort of situation you've been in, like to build your confidence up. And this is all, I feel like this is Spirit saying this is all part of your soul plan. So the fated life versus the destiny life. I almost want to read it from the booklet because I feel like it's going to say something quite profound. That's the word I was looking for. So let's just have a look. So I remember. I don't often read from here. So so we live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life. To trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. So this is very much a bit about being at a crossroad. You know, it's like, do I carry on? So it could be at the moment this life that you're living is the fated one, but your soul's kind of waking up with that blue flame to actually, like, maybe beforehand you had maybe you had somebody in your life that's kind of triggered it, and that was predestined that this person would trigger you, and now you have the choice of, what do I do? Do I take this risk? Do I walk away from the things that aren't serving me? Or do I just carry on and live my life as it was kind of meant to be? So it's very interesting for you guys. I feel like you are going to have the longest reading. I can already feel it. Yes, you already got the longest reading. So now we have your love life. You have Wheel of Fortune, so another card about, you know, divine timing, destiny. You have Queen of Wands, which is very interesting, guys, because Queen of Wands, I feel like she creates her own reality because she's a master manifester. How interesting. You have, sorry, Nine of Swords. I love it when the cards, because I do pull these and look at them, but I don't study them. I kind of just pull them, and occasionally, like, there's some cards I'll be like, oh, I just want an extra card for that. But yeah, when you start looking at it all together and you delve deeper, that's when I'm like, aha, connections. The Sun. Six of Swords. Again, more cards than everyone else. Then you have Neverending Story. Strength. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Then you have Good Luck. And you have Forgiveness. You have a lot of cards. So I feel like, guys, I feel like this is actually going to be a bit of a theme for you guys, that you are at the moment in a crossroads. So maybe you're in a relationship at the moment and you felt like this person, maybe you felt like it was kind of destined, and you know, maybe you did meet and maybe you guys are soulmates, but there may be a feeling that there's something better out there, and maybe that you don't have to not put up with this person. That's not like what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to work out what it is I'm trying to say without saying put up with them, but I don't mean it as harshly as that. But I feel like you're at a point where if you want, you can come into this Queen of Wands power and you can manifest like your dream person, who it is. If you believe in twin flames, maybe for some of you that is something that you'd be interested in, but definitely somebody that is maybe even more of a match than the person you're with at the moment. And I feel like you guys are going to go down this route, but I feel like it is going to be, I feel like you guys are going to be, it's going to be difficult. I do get a sense that there's a lot of stuff that you need to overcome. And I feel like this is all stuff that's happening at the moment for you guys. So you have Nine of Swords in reverse, which I do like. I feel like Nine of Swords and all these, when I see them in the reverse, it makes me think that you're kind of overcoming it, and you're actually learning to get out of your head, to get over your anxieties. You're not waking up at 4 AM in a cold sweat, worrying about things anymore. Like you're coming into your power, and you're realizing that you have the ability to change your life, change your love life to however you want it. You do have the Sun also in reverse. The Sun, even when it's in reverse, it's always nice to see the Sun, because it feels like it wouldn't take very much for it to kind of change the other way around and to be that like joyous thing. And I think to do that, there is a need for you to move into calmer waters with the Six of Swords. And I think that's just part of your own, you know, mental turmoil with that Nine of Swords. That's kind of being overcome. And I feel like it's just like a little push to finally get to a point where you can just be happy. I feel like almost being happy by yourself. There's a need to be happy by yourself first, is what I'm getting. And I feel like that's going to really help you find love, because I feel like when you're in, I know a lot of people that do tarot are very much into law of attraction, And I do believe it to some extent, but I'm more law of assumption. Like, our thoughts are what brings our reality about. But I do feel like if you're in that state where you're kind of, you're feeling like you need someone, and you feel like you need that person to be happy, you need that person in your life to be happy, and you can't be happy by yourself, I feel like that's not conducive to a good relationship. Because what happens when they're not there? What happens if, you know, they go away, they have to go away for work for 2 weeks? Are you going to be miserable for 2 weeks because they're not in your life? No. There's a need for you to make yourself happy. And I feel like this is very much it. Like, you need to move to that calmer place, a happier place where you can be your own sunshine. You can bring your own sunshine. And I feel like that is something that's very important. You have never-ending story here. This card is often about being very harsh to ourselves. So I feel like maybe you are somebody who has been, who's quite negative about yourself and your own self-beliefs. And I've only just really noticed that, like, she has the mirror there, and look how she's holding her head in her hands, and it's like she doesn't even really want to look at herself, because maybe she doesn't like what she sees, because she just judges herself so negatively, and I feel like there's a need for you to change it. At the moment, your heart just feels like it's kind of trapped there in a egg timer. I can't think what that word is, but yeah, I feel like it's trapped there, and you know, once that time's run out, you're gonna start all over again, and then your heart almost gets like buried under the sand. I feel like there's a need for you to break that cycle. You need to start learning to love yourself. You need to break your heart out of this egg timer. And I feel like on the egg timer it says, yes love, is that me? Yes. So it's about loving yourself. There's a need for you to find self-love first, before you can find love with another person, like that real true deep love. You also have forgiveness here, so this could be a sign that maybe you guys need to just forgive yourself for thinking negatively, because sometimes when you realise that you've actually been the one holding yourself back, it doesn't actually help, because for a while you end up blaming yourself for holding yourself back. So you need to, you know, forgive yourself, I feel, in this situation, because it wasn't your fault. That I feel a lot of us get programmed into these negative self-beliefs. And then you have strength. So this challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side. Look for gifts in this situation. This is just encouragement from spirit. Like, this feeling will not last forever, and it's here to make you, not to break you. Like, once you get through it, you're going to be a much stronger person, and you can handle anything. And then finally, it's good luck. So I feel like that this is saying that you are going to have good luck in love. Like, next year, you might not feel very lucky now, but next year you're going to have good luck. And I feel like, even though here it doesn't say that, you know, you're going to meet someone, and I feel like it's very much focused on self-love, but I feel like if you're coming into this Queen of Wands energy, you're going to be able to manifest your person, because I feel like you're really going to be coming into your power next year, and you're going to be unstoppable. Then finally, what we have here is your career. Let's see what this says. So you have Two of Wands, you have the Death card, you have Six of Cups, and then you have Two of Swords. And then you have Turn Away, Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? The Ever Unfolding Rose, cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. and then hold your vision, fixed moon. So I find it interesting, you've got Two of Wands and Two of Swords. I feel like in your career, it's weird because this has come out, I feel like a lot of people, because of this year having a lot of time to think, I feel like a lot of people are thinking about changing careers, finding something that's either more suited to kind of like their lifestyle and their life plan, or for some people they were obviously unfortunately have almost been forced into it. So I feel like there's going to be a bit of mental conflict. I feel like you're going to be like, oh, do I do this or do I not? But I feel like this is saying deep down, I feel like you guys are probably quite in touch with your intuition. You're having this kind of awakening. I feel like you are in touch with your intuition, and deep down you'll know what the right decision is for you. So I feel like the more you can get out of your head, the more you can get into your intuition and trust in your gut, the better it's going to be. Because I feel like there is going to be some kind of end with death, and then that turn away card. I feel like you are going to be exactly how it sounds. You're going to be turning away from something. Something is going to be ending. I feel like it is probably the career that you're in currently, that you'll be ending, and I feel like it's because you're going to go towards something that is so much better and so much more suited to you. With that Six of Cups, Six of Cups here, I feel like it's something that's going to be a lot more fun. It's going to be different. I like how they're all kind of doing these different things. For a few of you, I'm getting a message that it may be that you decide to start working with children, so maybe you go back to school and become a teacher, or something along those lines. Like, you're going to be inspired to work with children, but I feel like that's just a few of you. And with Six of Cups, it can be like that soulmate card as well, like a feeling that it's going to be something where you're going to feel nurtured. It's going to feel like you've done it before, and that it's just meant to be. Like, I feel like it's something that's going to really play to your strengths, and you're going to be like, I can't believe I never did this before, because you're just going to go straight into it and feel really, really at home. So your cards, you got Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? This is all about just like generally looking after yourself. I feel like almost sometimes we need to look at ourselves. Imagine looking at ourselves from how like a mother looks at their child, like with just such pride and just such unconditional love. I feel like there's a need for you to have like kind of that unconditional love for yourself, and you know, be very accepting of what's happening. Don't blame yourself at all, and just look after yourself is generally the message I'm getting. And I feel like this is kind of a general message for you, rather than just being in relation to your career. Then you have the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So if you have, you know, lost your job, if you're feeling, or if you've had like maybe your hours reduced, something along those lines, where it just feels awfully unfair, and it feels like, why does all this bad stuff always happen to me? And I'm not going to dismiss your feelings, that's how you feel, because I would feel exactly the same. I have been very much in that headspace as well. Like, why is this like the pandemic's only happened to me? Like, why is this happening? Why can't I, like, why after I've just become a scuba diver instructor does this happen? But it's happening, as it says, it's happening for you, not to you. So I feel like whatever's come along, it's been put here to really, I feel like just generally humanity in general, to test us, to try and change our path to something that is something, oh my god, I keep always saying that, to something that is, you know, more aligned to our own higher selves, because we've had a lot of time to think, a lot of time to reflect. So I feel like even though bad stuff has happened, in the end it's going to have a positive outcome, even though for the moment I'm sure it doesn't feel like it. And then it's got hold your vision, fixed moon. You have the mountains here, which makes me think of obstacles. So you are going to face obstacles trying to get to your goal, but Spirit is saying, my camera switched off, so this Spirit is saying that this is meant to be. No matter how many obstacles are in your way, you are going to succeed, you are going to get over it, and you will reach your goal. So yeah, that's everything that I see for you guys. That was, sorry you had a longer reading, sorry to the other pals, but you know, it's as the messages come out. Sometimes people have straightforward messages, sometimes it's longer. If you enjoyed this and you'd love to show me a little bit of appreciation, then do remember to hit the like button or comment, share, subscribe. All that helps me grow my channel and it's really, really appreciated. And thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I see you again in the future.